Dumelang Sanbonani Machi Akwaba, and welcome to the AU edition of Joy News Interactive with me, Mapita Sivedi. Remember, we're live from digital address GA0992539 in Kokomemle, Accra, and you can watch us live on DSTV channel 41 and Go TV channel 144. But you can join the interactive train on Facebook and Twitter. We're Joy News on TV. It's African Union Day today, and AU is focused on the onward progress of the liberation movement and to symbolize the determination of the people of Africa to free themselves from foreign domination and exploitation. So I want to know, do you think African Union has achieved its objective in uniting Africans?
I don't think so. Because when you look at other sister countries, the way they treat each other, especially you hear Libya and other countries, the way they maltreat aliens when they go there. I don't think they have achieved the unity that the reason why they have established that day, particularly.
To link the United Africans to being a peaceful continent or the peaceful parts of the world. Here lies the case, Africans, every country or every part of Africa and its currency, dress code, culture, and belief, and even to the extent that there is no united language in Africa.
For me personally, I can say no, because leadership, it's very bad in Africa. I can say we have all the resources, the oils and the golds and the timbers and the diamonds and everything, but yet we are still borrowing from other countries.
In the olden days, it wasn't like this. Now we celebrate it and make more clever people to know more about the AU. So as a Ghanaian, you know that this African Union, like tomorrow, you're observing the holiday, okay? People do things. Like today when I went to work, people were like, tomorrow is AU Day, so we are dressing like Africans. And then schools, they were teaching more things more about the African Union. So I think it's achieving it with time.
Now let's go to Facebook and see what you guys have to say. Do you think the African Union has achieved its objective in uniting Africans? Let's see if we can get that. So Valanya Akatia says, what have they achieved? It is a waste of a day being observed as AU Day. Just look back at what happened in Libya recently. Selling blacks to blacks is human trade. And we're in Ghana talking about AU. Okay, I don't know how to do that sound, but something like that. And then Asa says, thank God there's an establishment of African Union. This is a significant step because I have strong feelings that 50 or 100 years from now, there will be United States of Africa. That generation will correct all the mistakes their forefathers and mothers did. And Baya Jeremiah says, they are very far away from their goals and objectives. They still have a lot to do. They can do better if they're able to fight and stop corruption. They are power drunk habits, and corruption is hampering every effort they intend to make. And Jamal Abdul says, it's a waste of time and resources. AU must be cancelled. Nothing good has come from it. We need a change of mindset. While some African leaders are doing all they can to make Africa independent, others will go around begging for aid. In fact, some leaders are still the reason why there's too much suffering in Africa. Sorry, Lars says, AU has woefully failed since Nkrumah attempts to unite Africa couldn't work. I feel sorry at this side of Africa if you can't still boast of United Africa like EU, USA and other unions. Please, I believe vividly that before Africa Union can gain grounds, then we must be independent of our own as Africans. McBride says, our leaders have brightly failed us as a continent, as Nana has also failed us as Ghanaians. The fact that our president is able to watch Anas's expose, dubbed number 12 before the premiering date, is corruption. And that's according to McBride. Emmanuel Scott says, beautiful continent with beautiful people, but ruled by corrupt, useless and visionless leaders. AU is a toothless toothless bulldog. Now, Africa is the world's second largest and second most populous continent. I wish I was a poet so I can find beautiful words to describe Africa. I'm proudly African. I don't wish to be anything else. But if I were to describe Africa, I would say Africa is home. Africa is great. Africa is beautiful. Now, in 3 words, how would you describe Africa? Let's start with Facebook. So this one, Simone says, highly endowed continent, yet still poor. All right. Very interesting there. Highly endowed continent, yet still poor. So Abraham Smith says, black man, black sense. Okay, I'm not sure if I understand that description of Africa. And Al Hassan says, corrupt officials everywhere. And Cyphers Logic says, mentally slaved continent. This reminds me of Bob Marley's song, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Oh, Chai! You know what? Let me go to Facebook. Let's see what we have on Facebook. So Nana Chaptek says, the lost continent. So that's how he's describing Africa. And Osei says it's a messed up continent. And let's see what we have there. So 3 words to describe Africa. Samuel Kumson says, fail to unite. And Francis Zine says, politicians, our problem. So Yebo Solomon says, continent with clueless, visionless, and greedy leaders. So 3 words from Yebo Solomon. I would say clueless, visionless, and greedy. Okay, so those are 3 words from Yebo Solomon. And Dara Simone says, highly endowed continent, yet still poor. So keep those comments coming on Facebook and Twitter. We are joining you on TV. Now let's hit the streets of Accra to ask people 3 words to describe Africa. And this is what they said.
A continent of great cultural heritage.
Cocoa, oil. We have Africa. We have everything. We have
Africa has everything, but we have bad leaders.
Africa is very beautiful. Africa have a lot of money, and Africa has a lot of good.
Africa is peaceful. Africa is rich, but we are poor on the continent, and freedom.
So Africa Day is trending on Twitter. The last time I checked, it was the 3rd trend in Ghana. Let's see if we can get some of those tweets. So Africa Day. When you allow others to write your story, number 1, you lose your identity. Number 2, you limit your potential. Number 3, you lose your direction. Number 4, you become their dependent. And number 5, you become enslaved. Africa and Africans, please write your own story. All right, happy #Africa Day. At Mohedi_Tulo says, Africa is the richest continent in the world, yet Africans are the poorest. Sicela umhlaba wethu. So basically what she's saying is that, can we please have our land back and its mineral resources? Stop asking what we're going to do with the land. You found us in it. We know how to utilize it. #Not yet uhuru. Not yet uhuru. And at Mbali_Ndle says, the Africa we hardly see in media. Africa is beautiful. Nigeria, Kenya, Botswana, South Africa. #Africa Day. As you celebrate #Africa, listen out for the cries of African babies hunted and butchered by people indigenous to this continent. Ignoring the cries of children will never give you peace. Ignoring the genocide of people with albinism on this continent is a horror we will pay for. And this is from Tskuli Rob Barris. And this is from Tara Top 1, who says, so proud to call the world's most beautiful and interesting continent home. Happy #Africa Day. And each day in Africa, a cub wakes up knowing it must outrun the fastest lion. or it is killed. And every morning a lion wakes up knowing it must run faster than the slowest cob or it will starve. Whether you are the lion or the cob, when the sun comes up, you better be running. Happy #Africa Day. Africa is beautiful, Africa is glorious, Africa is breathtaking. But Africa could be better. What are some of the things you would change about Africa?
And if we do something about our country, the rubbish will be too much. If we learn how to be clean and hygiene, you know, sanitation is the most important thing.
We need to try and develop our country.
I would change about how we see money. We don't really do things with. We always want to hold money physical. We want to have it. I wish we could start using online systems of, money, cryptocurrencies and bitcoins. That's what I wish Africa could adopt.
The big men in the office, they don't want to help us. That's the only thing I don't like about Africa. When he gets more opportunity, he gets take himself like God or anything else. So the world too is not like that. If you get some more opportunity, help your colleague or your friend or your sister, brother, yeah, you can help. But somebody, even hospital, if you go hospital, you have some sickness, they want to do you like you are not human being.
Corruption is getting too much in our system, and it's also increasing poverty in our society.
We don't have leadership skills. That's our main problem. And in our politics, they are not helping us. They all think of their stomachs and their family.
Our attitude and our mentality. When a friend is improving or making progress in life, the other person will tend to pull him or her down. That is one mentality I want us as Africans to change.
Graduates, there are a lot in the system now. Some are homes. You see, because of that too, some have turned themselves as criminals, and they want to become a criminal, do a lot of bad things, which is not good. So, but according to me, I would like the country to provide more, like the government, for example, the government to provide more employment, more jobs for the citizen.
We are indisciplined. I think that we should change about it.
Now let's go to Facebook. What would you change about Africa? So at Wisdom says, 1, no African leader would seek medical treatments outside of the continent. Number 2, ban the exports of certain key commodities in the raw state. Number 3, capital punishment for bribery and corruption. Theophilus says, number 1, attitude. Number 2, our taste. I wonder our taste in what? And number 3, leaders. Number 4, education. And Ohinaba says, okay, let's get the next Facebook. Kill all our leaders. I don't think I agree with what you want to change. Let's go to the next. Michael Adu says it's youth. Okay, so the youth, you'd want to change the youth. But what about the youth would you want to change? That the unemployment of the youth, maybe. And so those are your Facebook comments about what you would change about Africa. Now, #love letter to Africa is also trending. Let's see what people have been saying. If you wrote a love letter to Africa, what would you say? I would say, dear Africa, you have been good. You have kept me. Thank you. Thank you for raising me to be a strong woman. And yeah, just thank you to Africa. Let's go to Twitter. At Dear Mama Africa, this is from @Marvin, who says, we are well and daring to outdo our previous generation. Our issue are the old men and high officers trading in corruption, tribalism, and deluded belief that they are still young. Give our generation strength and resilience to keep on. #love letter to Africa. So at #love letter to Africa, I love you yet I can't enjoy you or travel freely as my fellow brothers are abusive. When I am alive, they call me a curse yet hunt me down, kill me and kill me for blessings, wealth, while they see me living in the same poverty as they are. Mama Africa, will I ever be free? At Black Dawn says, hashtag love letter to Africa. Dear my beautiful motherland, Africans will never be foreigners. And Africa, obedience is patriotism. So those are hashtag love letters to Africa. Africa, this is from @Mabatu_M_, says, Africa, our crown, our motherland, the beauty of the golden glow that glows on the mountains when the sunset gets to me. To understand why we're so rich in mineral and honey, I applaud you for the soil that raises nothing but kings and queens. Africa, rise up. Hashtag love letter to Africa. And the last tweet we're going to take is at JC Killjoy, who says, I am not of this land. My forefathers forced their way. The dark continent, they said, only because there was so much that they could not see. And anything that can't be seen must be dark. Africa, I love you for everything dark about you. Hashtag love letter to Africa. Africa is one continent, but how many countries does Mama Africa have? The answer is more complicated than you might think, but simply put, there are 55 states that are recognized by either the AU or the UN. Let's see what people on the streets said.
Countries. 32.
Hey, this is going to be a little bit difficult for me. I don't know what to say. Seriously.
That one there, I don't know. Why don't you ask about region? Region. We have 10 regions.
53.
Oh, a lot. A lot of them. How many? Charlie, they never either. 53. 53, yeah. Yeah, but I love Nairobi. Okay. Nairobi is nice. I love Mozambique.
I should think about 36 countries. 36, yes.
Okay. 32.
46.
So there are 55 states recognized by the AU. So 55 states, that's the number. But on that note, we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be back with some Rep Your Jersey and Champions League. So stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. Remember, you can join us on social media. We're Joy News on TV, both on Facebook and Twitter, and we stream on YouTube, My Joy Online TV. Right now, I'm joined by sports journalist Abigail Sena Sosu. How are you, Abigail?
I'm very well, Mavs.
I'm good, I'm good. So, tomorrow, Real Madrid has a tough task to accomplish. It's the 3-4-3 campaign, as football connoisseurs will say. Komla Adom has been speaking to some football fans, and this is what they had to say.
On holidays like this, you have the young guys, the footballers come, shake up, get through their paces here at the football park. And it's special today because in a couple of hours, less than 24 hours, the Champions League final will happen in Kiev. And I'll be speaking to some of the football fans, Madrid fans, Liverpool fans alike, and some neutrals, what the permutations look like. Thank you very much. I see you are very tired. You've been playing for a while. You are a Real Madrid fan, I hear.
Of course.
Okay, so going into tomorrow's final, what are your chances, Real Madrid? You are winning?
Of course we are winning. You see, Liverpool will come in a way to win the game.
Okay.
But Madrid, we have experience. Okay. Over the period, we've been able to win 3 consecutively, right? So definitely we are going to win tomorrow's game.
Okay, what would you say to people who say you people got here by a dent of luck? You do not deserve to be here, especially looking at that semi-final second leg.
Luck is part of the game.
Okay.
And what is luck? When preparation meets timing, it's luck.
Okay.
We were ready, so we are in the final and we are winning. For Liverpool fans, they should just relax. Next year to be their season.
Would you want to hazard a scoreline, for example?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't dread the scoreline at all.
But who are your key men for tomorrow?
Of course, the best. See Ronaldo.
Okay.
Bale is there. Benzema is there. And don't forget Isco. And Thank you very much.
Key battle. The key battle is going to be, I guess, is money. Because look at the Liverpool front line. Come on. In Europe, they are young. Against Ronaldo, which is 33, Benzema, which is clocking to 30 to 31.
But these 3 people have scored over 50 goals among them.
Look at compare them to Liverpool front on Europe.
Okay, so I can tell that Liverpool, apart from Salah, Mane does a lot of running and all, but he doesn't have as many goals as Salah has. Firmino also doesn't have as many goals as Salah.
He has a run. He does a lot of running and damage. He's slippery. And a good day, I mean, Sadio Mane will torment Madrid. I'm telling you.
That's all you wanted to put
to the West. The goals that they scored, but it's Liverpool. They have the sharpest front up front in that top 5 European league right now. So they scored between them. They scored a lot of goals.
But when you take, let's take player for player. Let's take Ronaldo and then Salah. Ronaldo has about 15 goals in the Champions League. Salah has 11 goals. So when you look at these statistics, these two.
So when looking at the statistics, I would say Ronaldo is light ahead. But no, on the day.
So, Komla Adom there. Now, Abigail Senasoso, can Liverpool halt Zidane's journey to greatness?
It's a big one for Zidane. Since joining Real Madrid as a manager, he's been all about writing history for the club, and so he would definitely want to win this again to make it 3 times in a row. Of course, we'll go to the final and will not want to win. But yes, Liverpool have had a very excellent run to Champions League, especially this season, and so they have a lot of sacks on their hands. And Zidane doesn't really is dead because his players have decided to always play for him and listen to him. So on a good day, when they want to continue to do that, then he can have a field day. But it is a very difficult one for both managers, if you ask me.
Okay, so you know there's been a lot of talk about Mo Salah. Do you think he can cement his place now?
For Mo Salah, I've always said that I think we should just hold on with all the praise, with all the hype and the comparison. Let's see if he can build that consistency from next season. I don't think it's too fair to start comparing with CR7 and Messi just because he's scoring week in, week out in just a season. But clearly he would want to run away with that title as the one that has carried Liverpool throughout the season in every competition, let's say EPL and now the Champions League. And so he would want to go a little above himself and hope that Firmino and Sadio Mane will continue to lift him high with that support they have always given him. And so there's going to be a big one. We might not be in Kiev, but we are just making sure we bring it to our people here in Ghana on radio, and you can join us live at the Aviation Social Center. Just don your Liverpool jersey if you want to go for Real Madrid. It's up to you. But for me, I'm going to sit on the fence because I don't really support any of them. It will be fun to watch fans of both sides gnash their teeth, jubilate, cry. I want to see all the mixed feelings. And so just meet us at the Aviation Social Center tomorrow from 12 noon up until the time you decide to go home to sleep.
So that's the hashtag Hits Rep
Your Jersey, the 8th edition tomorrow. It's happening live.
So what can we expect?
From both sides, I'm expecting a free-flowing game, one that will be filled with a lot of goals, because Liverpool has promised us that their frontliners would always want to deliver. And you know Cristiano Ronaldo in his element, he wants to turn things around, so he has that touch and can always make it happen. Karim Benzema has always flattered to deceive, but on a good day, when he decides to work hard and work with Real Madrid, you get him giving you his best. Lucas Vazquez, Isco, Asensio, there are names you would want to look out for. But I trust that we are going to have a very good game on our hand, and whoever decides to score first will take the battle to the other.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank
Abigail
you for having me.
So tomorrow I'm seeing you Aviation Center.
Social Center.
Social Center. What time? 11?
From 12 noon.
From 12
till the time you decide to go home and sleep.
So you drop. Okay, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
for
us.
having me.
Now, Miriam Makeba once said, so today once said that the conqueror writes history. They came, they conquered, and they write. You don't expect the people who came to invade us to tell the truth about us. So today on AU Day, I urge you to write stories that express the truth about Africa. And like Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Thank you so much for watching Joy News Interactive on this special AU edition. Remember, stay interactive with us on Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. Stay blessed.